Leishmaniasis, Leishmania. The topic under discussion is about the Leishmaniasis. This topic is going to be discussed in a very simple way. First of all, we'll tell you people what is Leishmaniasis. Then we'll tell you people the cause of Leishmaniasis. After that, we will know about the term vector and the vector of the Leishmaniasis. And then we will talk about the types of the Leishmaniasis that are actually seen in humans. And then we'll be talking about the life cycle of the Leishmaniasis in very simple and easy way. So let's get started from the very first point, that is Leishmaniasis. What is Leishmaniasis? In simple words, it is actually the disease caused by a parasite and which is affecting the skin, mucous membrane of the mouth, nose, and some visceral organs like your spleen, liver, bone marrow, the very important sites that are going to be affected by this protozoal parasite. Okay, now this is actually Leishmaniasis. In simple words, what is Leishmaniasis? It is actually a disease caused by the protozoal parasite. Simple, okay, and which is affecting your skin, your mucous membrane, your spleen, your liver, and along with that, bone marrow. Done. Now let's come towards the cause. What is the main cause of Leishmaniasis? Very simple. It is a protozoal parasite named as Leishmania. Now because of this Leishmania, the disease is known as Leishmaniasis. Okay, simple. Now let's come towards the vector. What is vector? First of all, let's know the term vector. Vector is simply the biological term used for the vehicle. Now you know what is the function of vehicle? Car. We rent a car for what? If you want to travel from one place to another place. So the same is the case here biologically. When this parasite wants to move from one place to another place, means like if it wants to move from one human to another human, so what will it do now? Very simple. It will rent a car, that is the sandfly. Now this Leishmania will sit in the sandfly, then this sandfly will help in the transport of this parasite Leishmania. So like this parasite will be moved from one human to another human. By mean of what? By mean of the sandfly. Now this sandfly is a car, okay, that is being used by the Leishmanial parasite. So now this car is biologically named as vector. Very simple. So vector is the sandfly. Now let's come towards the next point, the types. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning, that it is affecting skin, mucous membrane, spleen, liver, and bone marrow. Now, these all are the sites, and along with that, they are placed in three different categories, and they are then named as three different types of the Leishmaniasis. Number one, affecting the skin, is named as cutaneous Leishmaniasis. Affecting the mucous membrane is named as mucocutaneous Leishmaniasis, and affecting the liver, spleen, bone marrow, that is actually placed in this category known as visceral Leishmaniasis. Okay, so these are actually all the three types of the Leishmaniasis. Now let's come towards the life cycle of the Leishmaniasis. One can also call this as the life cycle of the Leishmanial parasite. Now this Leishmanial parasite, when it sits in this car, in the sandfly, this will be named as promastogod. Now what is promastogod? Simple. This type of structure of the Leishmania is named as promastogod. This flat structure along with the flagellum is actually known as promastogod. Now this promastogod will be transferred from one human to another human by means of this sandfly. Now first of all, this promastogod, which is actually the Leishmanial parasite having the flagellum. Now this is transferred by means of this sandfly from one human to another human. Now guess what? This has taken this Leishmanial parasite, promastogod, from one human. Now this is going to inject this Leishmanial parasite in another human. Now as it injects this promastogod, Leishmanial parasite, into this human, this will enter the blood. Now here it will be named as promastogod, and as it reaches the macrophages, means if the macrophages find these promastogods, they will be endocytosed. Phagocytosis will be done. Okay, then what will happen? Then these will convert into another shape named as amastogod. Now what is the difference between the promastogod and amastogods? Very simple. Promastogods were having the flat structure and flagellum, whereas the amastogods won't be having the flagellum. Simple. Without flagellum, having the round or oval shaped structure, that is named as amastogods. Now these amastogods will start division. Binary fission will be done into two. Okay, now this binary fission will increase up to a limit when the phagocytes will burst, and then they will be freely available in the blood. Now if this sandfly bites this person again, what will happen? Then this will take this amastogods from the blood and then these amastigots will come back in the gut of the sandflies, where these amastigots will be converted back into the promastigots. Now then again, these promastigots will be available to be injected into another human. So like this, the life cycle continues. Here is a small representation, like the promastigots will be converted into amastigots in humans. Then these amastigots will be taken back by the another sandfly. Then in those sandflies, these amastigots will be converted into promastigots. Then those promastigots will be available again to be injected into another humans. Then again, those promastigots will be converted into amastigots. So like this, their life cycle continues. So this is all about the life cycle.